everyone, and welcome back to another speed build. This one was one that actually came to me in a dream. So, last night I had a dream about creating a bar slash nightclub, but it was going to be a flower shop. So, the top part would be a flower shop. You walk in, totally normal flower shop, and then you go downstairs or to the back of the area, and it is actually a bar slash nightclub. This is actually something that is real in my hometown, or in where I used to live and where I grew up. It is quite a new thing. I think it opened this year, I believe, or something like that. So that's kind of where I got the idea from. And then I dreamt about it last night. So I was like, oh, well, it has to be done. So that is exactly what I have built. And honestly, I really like it. It is pretty basic downstairs. However, there is a fair amount of detail in the flower shop section of the build. However, you will see what I mean when we get further downstairs. I just have never done a nightclub slash bar before, so it was something new to me. I had to play around with the roof situation so much. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm trying to figure out how I want it to look. I wanted it to be very small upstairs, because obviously it's a flower shop. There wasn't going to be too much in there apart from a bunch of plants and all of that. So I wanted to keep it pretty small and simple upstairs, and keep it pretty small downstairs as well. It's very simple, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely somewhere that I would go if I do say so myself. So I am so excited to actually play with this in the world. I did a little trial before I put it on the gallery just to make sure everything was working, and it was actually pretty cool. So I was very happy with how it all turned out, and I hope you guys really like it as well. I am just trying to figure out how to have the ladder. I was going to have stairs, but I thought a ladder would be a bit more cool because it kind of, yeah, it makes it definitely more underground. And then for the door leading into that little section where the ladder is, I remember seeing the bookcase door that, or the door that's disguised as a bookcase in The Sims before. So I was like, that's the perfect time to use it because I've never actually used it before, but I was like, this is perfect. I'm definitely going to do more builds like this. I think it would be really cool to do like a bookshop library kind of thing, and then downstairs it's a bar. I think that's a really good idea. Before starting this build, I was going to do a bar anyways. I was going to do more of like a dive bar, like a dingy kind of bar, but as I said, I had a dream about this and I was like, I'm going to make it come to life, and I absolutely love it. It turned out really well. I think my favorite part is definitely this upstairs part, just because of all the plants and all of the greenery and all of the flowers. I just think it looks so pretty. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially this upstairs section. I hope you guys like it as well because it is so cute. I mean, you could also just have this as a normal flower shop, plant shop, and you could just delete the downstairs part and turn that little area where the ladder is maybe into a bathroom or like a back area or something, just because it is super cute. So I think my next build, I think a library slash bookstore would definitely be really cute. I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, the flower shop is literally what I've called it. Is also available on the gallery as a nightclub. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely go ahead, because I put it on the gallery pretty much right after I finished the build and made sure that it was all working. I just think it's really cute. As I said, the front is very simple. I should have done more with the landscaping and the front, but I did want to keep it, like, I didn't want to make it too over the top because I still wanted it to be like, it's still a nightclub, so it's still an underground nightclub. So I kind of try to keep it a bit simple. Here I am putting all of the plants and the flowers and stuff around, which was really fun. I was also trying not to use any of my custom content, so I all of these are base game. Everything in this build is base game. I just know that a lot of people prefer to download builds with database games. So everything that I've been building in the last week has all been no CC, because obviously I want everyone to enjoy it. I think the only thing that was CC in this build was the mirrors that I put downstairs. And I loved the mirrors, but when I went to save this to the gallery, I realized that they were custom content and I was like, no, but it's fine. I replaced them and it still looks just as good. I wanted to keep the downstairs area very simple, but like a nightclub. So I didn't want to overdo it. So the build and the rectangle, square, whatever, is very basic. I do play around and move and make it a little bit bigger, which I'm very happy I did, because at first it was quite small, but I definitely made it work. And I had to move the bathroom around a couple of times because I just didn't like the position of the bathroom door being there, because I know I wanted the dance floor to kind of be over there, and I obviously didn't want the dance floor and the bathroom door to be right near each other. So I had to play around with that a little bit, and then I ended up changing this whole section and I moved the bathroom back to where it was, but I just changed the direction that the door was facing. I did want to have like a little bit of a VIP area, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it basic, and I'm just going to do tables throughout near the bar. So that's where I've moved the toilet and kind of made that a little bit of a walkway. So you come out of when you come down the ladder, you come straight out through a glass door and then it's just a hallway. I thought that looked a lot more sleek than having the toilet door or something in the way. I also hate the fact that in the nightclub, in the requirements, because obviously I keep an eye on the requirements when I'm doing the build, I hate the fact that you have to put a dining table and a dining chair, but it wouldn't accept like that booth looking table as a dining chair. So that was pretty annoying because I didn't want to have any dining tables or dining chairs. I wanted to have like the bar tables and the bar stools because it's a nightclub. So I think that's a little bit silly on behalf of EA, if I do say so myself. Those are the mirrors that I was telling you guys about. I really, really like them. They are custom content though, so I did have to change them. I changed them to just the basic 3 floor length mirrors that you get in the base game, and it actually looked better in my opinion. So I'm glad I did change them. Here is where I started to put all of my tables and chairs and all of that. And then I realized that I had to change the dining chair. So I put down these little tables as well. Not my favorite, not really a fan of having that in here, but it worked. As I said, I kept it very, very basic. It's very dark and white. I just didn't want to overpower anything, so I kept it very, very basic. Sorry about that little glitch just then. And then I wanted to keep the DJ booth on a bit of a platform, but I changed my mind because I just didn't know if it would be operable or not. So I moved that around and then added the dance floor, and that is basically all that I did. Um, for the build. That's basically everything I did at the bottom. I did add in some lights, little like wall lights. So that is in the build, but it isn't in the speed build. So sorry about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to download from the gallery.